Good afternoon, everybody. Today we're doing the last race in the road to gt7. I qualified horrible. It's okay though, because I made up a couple spots. It was overall a good race. I had a couple of incidents that you're going to see from people bashing into you, dive bombing at the wrong time, exactly at the wrong time. But that's fine. That's fine. We did well in this race. I'm thinking about doing it again, but I don't know. I think we did good enough. I can't wait till they bring on gt7, which is going to launch Friday next week. That's going to be pretty epic. The cool thing is they're transferring over all the data and stuff, so liveries, car, all your cars should be transferred over, things like that. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how successful it is, because whenever you're messing with stuff like that, it always, something always goes wrong. There's me! Anyways, we're about to start the race here, and we're in 16th place, which isn't very good, but that's okay. We're gonna do the best we can. There's 20 drivers in this race, or 18. So let's see what happens. I actually like to commentate after the race, because then you can get all the different camera views and things like that. So there's me. Here we go. The front wheel. I'm driving a Mazda. What is this? A Mazda 6? I guess in Japan they call it Altenza. Ooh. A lot of plow on the front end of it, a front-wheel drive car. I'd much rather prefer a rear-wheel drive car racing. But the top times in the world are done with this car. So I decided to give it a try. It's very solid. It's a good car to use because it's stable. But it does plow a lot. It's a front-wheel drive car. Front-wheel drive cars, and it's got a long wheelbase. They plow a lot. I had to stay tight there to watch that inside groove. Right now, I got this guy. Oh, someone already spun out. I got this guy Immune Standby. He's gonna pester me a little while, and eventually I just let him go past right here. I just like, screw it. It's the first lap. There's no need to push yet. It's the first lap. There's literally 11 more laps to go. But that's fine. I feel like an old man driving with a bunch of 12-year-olds sometimes. But, you know, boomered out. 39. Anyways. That carousel part is actually kind of tricky. You gotta come in high off the top to dive bomb down to cut through it. And you're going to see, oh, I smashed into this guy because he crashed out first lap because everybody's just going nuts. And I couldn't swerve out of the way. Could have made a lot of places up right there, but just didn't happen. Didn't work out the way I wanted to. Got to stay real tight inside, get back on the gas. Try not to do what those two guys did. Swerve around them. This Mustang got way too wide. I think he's overall pretty quick though, this Mustang. Mustang Wave. Here we go into our decreasing radius turn. Always super tricky on a motorcycle when the radius decreases, because it feels like you gotta lean over more and more and then slow down, which is scary. But I guess in a car, it's just tricky to figure out how to get out of it cleanly. We're going to brake about halfway. Brake now. Then we're going to dive to the inside. Even though we plow a lot in this front-wheel driver. Accelerate out. Go out wide. I didn't go wide enough there, but that's okay. and then come back inside. Stay tight. Come outside. There's some bricks right there so that we don't slide off the course. This part's a little tricky in this car. I can't really get the feel of if I stay inside or come outside and come in, because you could plow if you're not in a groove of what you're trying to do. So I stay high up here, let off the gas, and then accelerate. And then I can cut this corner off a little bit. So there's a lot. Well, remember, I'm stuck behind this gentleman for a little while. These two guys, they fight it out. Unfortunately, that always slows you down, but you know, that's racing, I guess. That's racing. Every car, depending on where the engine and the drivetrain is, if you're front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive, and where the engine is in the car, if it's behind the rear axles, if it's in the front, or if it's in the middle of the car, all have their own challenges. And then it comes, of course, the weight of the car, etc., etc. Of course, they balance the performance out, so no one car has a huge advantage. For whatever reason, this car I'm driving here had the fastest times in the world. And also that French car, the I forgot the name of it, but it's a mid-engine rear-wheel drive. Actually, the guy with the Canadian flag in front, and me, and he's driving one. It's a Renault. I can't remember the name of it though. It's a cool little car, lightweight. You can get out of corners quick with it. Likes to turn because the engine's in the rear. Oh, plowing a little bit. That's okay. Stay tight in this corner. It's a good job there. Since I've gotten the wheel and the pedals, like I said, I'm still adjusting. Now I can't go back to the controller. Now I tried to use a controller a couple of days ago, and it's like impossible. It's just not going to happen. The controller is so... It's just bad. It's like a guy using a stone and chisels, you know, to write a letter. It's not working very well for me now. And to consider it, I used the controller to race cars for 30 years, you know. This guy Bailey was a guy who spun out, and I have a battle with him for the rest of the race. He spun out on the first lap, so I don't know where he qualified, but me and him go at it for a little while. I take my position right there. Here's our decreasing radius turn. Gets tighter and tighter. Oh, he bumped me. Oh, he bumps me there. He bumps me out of the way. Fine. You know, it's like the third lap. That's fine. That's his first time he bumped me out of the way. Here we go. Try to stay tight. Oh, I did well there. You come out and there's some extra stones so you don't lose it. You know, going to the grass. Grass is really slick, especially when you're running slick tires. These tires don't have any grooves in them, so there's no way to channel excess dirt, water, grass, anything that goes through them. So you just slide. It's like sliding when you're a kid on the grass, but in a car, so it's a lot scarier. You're going a lot quicker. Look at these guys. These guys are battling out in front. And I'm just waiting for these guys to make a mistake, because they're not... You gotta wait for to make a good pass. I think with the B drivers, they don't wait. They just want to ram it through, and that's not necessarily the best way to get the job done. Stayed pretty nice and tight to that corner. I could have gotten a little tighter, but doing the best we can. Step on it through that corner. And I feel the crash coming. I feel that they're going to crash. I know. I just deep down inside. Go down one more gear there. Full acceleration, and I actually hit the gas just to hit the brake just to kind of stay away at that point in the race. Because these guys, they're having a good time, good old time. I think what they don't realize is the more you fight, the quicker the more time you lose. These guys would normally be going quicker, but because they want to fight for position so early in the race, they don't use each other to go quicker, faster. They use each other to go slower. I'm even going slower, I think. I don't know. It doesn't show my lap times up here, but just to stay behind these guys makes me go slower. See, I'm already catching back up to this pack by driving my normal line. But when you can't drive your normal line, you're going to go slower. I had heard sometime that, see, ATK got way wide there. I saw that. I'm like, I'm going to go for it. So I waited. I was patient, and then now I got the pass, and it was clean. It's a clean pass. Stay tight. He's going to try to cut me off, so I back off. He can out-accelerate me with that V8. Not too bad coming up that corner. It's blind down here. It's scary at first until you get used to it. There's 2 cone markers on the left where I start braking. Oh, I got a little bit of them. I didn't mean to do that. I tried to pass as cleanly as possible when he went wide, but I got maybe a little too much of them, but I wasn't trying to do that. So now I'm looking to get number 12. See, these guys have blasted through their adrenaline store, and now they're depleted, and now I'm just going to race I'm just going to go through the motions and see what happens. A little late on the brake there. A little too late. I got way wide. And then you get in the marbles, that's even worse. Little chunks of gravel and rubber that make you slide more. But I still got a huge lead on 13th place. He's still at least a second behind me. The more and more I do this, I see that the race is the sum of your mistakes. Not the sum of what you do good, but the sum of your mistakes. The more you sacrifice your line and the more mistakes you made, the slower you're going to go. And you don't necessarily have to be the fastest guy. You just have to be the guy who makes the least amount of mistakes. What are we at? We're 3 weeks into this? 4 weeks into this, maybe? Not even that. I'm only 3 weeks into this, so I'm making really good progress. A lot of these guys that are playing, they're much younger than me, and they've been playing, you know, when you're younger, you play non-stop and not get tired. And this steering wheel I got, this direct drive steering wheel, the DD Pro from Fanatec, it's pretty. It's not as bad as the crazy ones that have, like, you know, 60 foot-pounds of torque or whatever it is, but it still makes you work. You're tired. Now we're side by side, and I'm trying to race him clean, so I know he's going to get this corner because he's inside, so I'm going to try to even go inside of him. trying to be as clean as possible through this corner. And I got the pass. Now what are we, 11th? No, we're 12th now. We're 12th. And like I said, I'm just going to run my lines. Try to do the same exact thing over and over again. Not worry about what he's doing behind me. And I'm going to set my sights on 11th place. So I'm just going to try to pick off the next guy. Right now, ATK Bailey, RM Bailey, is it? RM Bailey? RM Bailey. He's in a racing group. I've seen a lot of the ATK guys. So that means he's not slow. Actually, a lot of these B guys, some of them are pretty quick. They're not like the quickest times like you see A guys. Like when you race against A guys, you just, their lines are just constantly the same, and they just flow, you know, flow through everything. I'm not to that point yet. We're 3 weeks in, so ask me again in 6 months, and we'll see, or 5 months, and we'll see what's up. But I'm trying to take all the course up like you're supposed to do. So at this point, I see them fighting behind me, which is a good thing. That's going to allow me to just run my race and let them fight. I'm not sure what lap that was. I believe this started the 8th. 12 lapper. No pit stops. Medium compound tires. It's kind of awkward, this car, because it doesn't feel like you're going fast. It feels like you're going slow. But for whatever reason, once you cross the line, you see your times are faster. I guess it's because it's not an actual race car. It's a family sedan that has been turned into a race car. Not necessarily something maybe designed initially to be a race car. Excuse me. So we're still doing fine. It looks like ATK Bailey, RM Bailey, is past the guy who was behind me. And I don't know how he passed him, but maybe not in the greatest way, I would imagine. I don't know. He's been making a lot of mistakes this race. I'm gonna brake at these 2 cones. Try to stay as tight as possible. This guy just runs a wide. I mean, he's diving at me at every lap, and it's not necessarily the best way to. It's not the best way to do things. You want to stay in a good line. But I'm pretty sure he feels like he's running out of time. So. Oh. Runs into the wall. Oh, Bailey's right behind me now. I wonder what ATK stands for. It probably means attack. I don't know. I should look them up on the internet. I've seen a lot of people with the ATK. Stay tight. That was a good turn for me. I don't got to worry about this guy because I went through that section quickly. I think I could get wider to that corner, but it's so tricky, especially when you're driving a front-wheel drive car. You don't want to push. You know, if you push, you get in that dirt. I mean, the grass. You're gonna crash. There's no grip. There's no grip in the grass. Just making my laps, just turning laps. I think I get a little too low there, so I can't get my normal corner speed out of there. Still ahead by, I don't know, 3/10. Again, the guy almost crashes into me. Really gotta, yeah. Again, he almost crashes into me there. That's fine for me, because that means I get to stay out front. He's just losing time. Keep a tight line in here. Downshift to second, now to third. Go to fourth. Wind out to fourth, into fifth. Right there. Brake, or they're decreasing radius. Now we floor it. And second to third. Fifth. Brake down, shift to third. And it's funny, at this point in the race, even though the tires didn't look very worn at all, like barely a little red bar, they started feeling like I was slipping just a little bit more. Like they had worn in a little bit, you know? This is a hard corner. Push, push, push. That was not good. That's going to allow the guy behind me to catch up. Cut off that corner. Now he's right behind me. Not very many laps left. He's gonna try, and so there's nothing there. Not there. That's not the place. Right here, these chicanes are just vicious. You don't want to try to pass here, unless someone like goes into a wall or something. Then you could try to pass. Oh, he gets inside. I give him space. Yeah, but he still don't got anything. Now I know using my draft. I'm punching a hole through the wind for him, so he's kind of encroaching on me. Try to stay inside. Right on the rumble strips, really trying to defend. He's having little internet issues. Wide on that, like I said, they put a little bricks out there so you don't fly off the course when you're going through that corner. Get a little extra. He went way too wide here. I don't know what he was doing. Should have stopped. If he would have stayed tight on me, he could have passed me around here someplace. Breaks into me, bam, runs right into me, right off the course. Luckily, I bounced back onto the course, and he was nice enough to stop and let me pass, because that was bullshit, and he knew it. Well, that allowed everybody else to catch up to us, and unfortunately for him, I get this corner right and he doesn't. He gets stuck with these guys who are really battling it out, and that's good for me because I think we're going into our last lap, and that allows me to escape because they're going to start modifying their lines and going slower. You know, they're fighting for 12th place. Wish I would have qualified a little bit better in this race. I think I could have gotten like an 8th or 7th place finish. But, you know, I'm not in contention to win any of these championships right now, so not until I get an A+ rating. As you can see, they're really falling behind me. They're over a second behind now. And like I said, it's because they're modifying their lines to try to race each other. Makes you go slower. Makes you go slower. Stay high and then kind of drop in. Drop in, there you go. Come out, and come out wide. There we go. Oh, wow. Yeah, it went way too hard in that corner. You know, if you're behind, there's... You know, there's only so much you can do before you start crashing. And then once you crashed, it's GG's, you know? So don't do that. And I believe that's it. So if you enjoyed this race, this hot racing action, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Or Twitch follow. Thank you very much for your time, and you guys have a nice day.